Hello folks, happy Monday. It's Chris, GearNoir at theshavingcadre.com, back with you for my weekly video. I think I say that every week. I guess that's my normal introduction. I just realized that. Anyway, it is a Monday. Joyous day of days of the week. Dave in Kentucky sure knocked it out of the park today, combating those evil Monday vibes. He did a Terra de Hermes shave. High class stuff there. I'm not going to do that today, but what I do have, Katie's Bubbles Un Jour Gris. That's been blooming a little bit. Of course, RazoRock Big Bruce, 26mm synthetic. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I don't have my game changer. I don't have my feather, but I do have a feather blade in the RazoRock Hawk. This is a version 1. You can see with the flat top. The version 2 is a little bit more rounded on the cap. And then to finish off, I've got my Myrsol Formula C Violet Candies. Watermelon to some people. It smells more violet to me. But there you have it. Nothing special going on today. Got a meeting. Just kidding. There is something special going on later. It's my wife's birthday. She's probably going to watch this and say, what? Nothing special going on later. There is. Leaving the kids at home for a little while and going out with some friends for drinks. Nice and easy drinks and maybe some appetizers. She's older than I am. I get the pleasure of saying that. Not going to say how old. Those of you that know me know how old I am, perhaps. So you can wager, I guess. Build that up. Nice quick load. I think I've got enough already. I do have a meeting this afternoon. My middle son's therapy session. Nothing serious, just some behavioral stuff that we are working through as a family. We're at the tail end of that. I think we got a week left, which is good because next couple months are going to be busy, or next month anyway, month and a half. We got VBS, not this week, but next week. This week's 4th of July, of course. Oh, this is my 4th of July shave video. The shave will be different, but I'm making all these realizations today. How about that? Darn Mondays. Anyway, VBS, that's a week-long Bible camp. There's my wife's side of the family does a hula festival every year. I think it's that following weekend. Is it that weekend? No, it's the weekend after that ends, because is it the weekend after that ends? Maybe. I can't remember. And then there's the family reunion that's going on for her side of the family. And we've got what's called All Church Conference, where a good chunk of our church gets together and goes to Santa Cruz for a week. All together, we stay at the same camp. It's like a nice lodge area. So busy weeks ahead. It's pretty much what's going on with me. I did not do yard work this weekend. Shame on me. I didn't feel like it. Body's tired. We had that 5th Sunday extravaganza yesterday, for those of you that read my journal, where we take all 3 of our worship services whenever a 5th Sunday happens during a month, and we combine them into one. Not everybody shows up, but a lot of people do. We probably had, I don't know, 400, something like that. And then instead of more services, we have like a barbecue luncheon. And we have a service activity. And then we go on our merry way. Nice afternoon with the church family. So I figured I'd go for the Hawk today. Just, I haven't pulled it out for a while. It is a good mild shaver. If you're, I hear the version 2 is a tad bit better, more efficient, smoother, cuts a little bit better. But this is the version 1. It's not a bad shaver. I've got a Feather Pro blade in there. It's the AC format razor. And yeah. It's a little bit difficult for me to get a BBS, total BBS with this razor. I think it's more because I've used it. I haven't used it quite as much as my other stuff. Still need a little bit of practice. Will it end up in the pass-around box? Maybe. Same for the Myrsol C, maybe. We shall see. This one was generously gifted to me by Mr. Doc Holliday, TJ, as I was starting my journey into the single edge format of AC razors. So it would be remiss of me if I decided not to use it as much, if I did not piff it away. Going with the natural lighting here again today. Something else I wanted to cover. I saw it as I was glancing over there at my gear. Ha ha ha. Facebook did me a solid. 2 solids actually. Good old Facebook. Not sure what your views are on social media, but I got 2 sample fragrances in the mail. One was okay, not quite what I'm looking for. It felt, I don't know, not bad, but not in my wheelhouse. A little bit. They're both supposed to be, one's supposed to be masculine, this one. It's called Zaharoff pour Homme. I guess he calls it his signature line. The guy's name is George Zaharoff, and I actually spoke to him through email, supposedly. Had a little conversation going on after I received my sample. But more than his fragrance, what wowed me was the personability. He is taking some hints from smaller businesses. I'm talking with this soap crap all over my face. He's taking some hints from smaller artisan businesses, and I don't know exactly how big his operation is. He shared one video of him going to a remote region. I can't remember. It was around Brazil or something like that. But, or New Guinea. But here it is. A signed personal message from the owner of the company. Zaharoff, signature pour Homme. Not a bad scent. It's a little bit lighter and almost, I don't want to say feminine, but it borders on feminine, almost kind of like a unisex fragrance. I feel like that. I told them as much. Some scents just aren't for some people, but I did enjoy our conversation, George, if you're watching this. And this says, a sensual masculine blend of exotic and mystical woods. A touch of oud, sandalwood, and myrrh evokes an old world feeling in today's modern life. And that's really his vibe, is he's going for the business model of the personal touches that some of our artisans and hobbyists do on our forums and in the shaving world in general, which really adds an excellent layer. He's very prompt with the service. The other fragrance sample that I got from a much bigger house, Creed, in fact, his George's sample only took a couple days to get here after I signed up for the sample. And then like a couple days after, or maybe a day after I received the sample, I received his communication email. And that's impressive. Keeping on top of things like that, the handwritten message, and then he contacted me to get some of my thoughts, not necessarily about the fragrance itself, the signature pour Homme, but more about my thoughts on what a business model for a smaller fragrance house should look like, what my thoughts were on that. I don't know why. He doesn't know me from Adam, but pretty cool. And so my second fragrance, not quite the same enjoyable experience. It took almost twice as long to get here. There was some question though, even if I was ever gonna get a sample. Chad mentioned that he had tried for something similar a while ago when Creed put out their last new fragrance. Viking something, or I can't remember what it is. But I got a sample of Creed's new take on Aventus. It's more of a, still very masculine to me, but more of a unisex type of fragrance. Actually, probably one of the best takes on a unisex fragrance that I've ever experienced. Certainly the most high-end fragrance I've ever experienced, period, given my fragrance track record of very cheap colognes. But I wore that yesterday, a couple spritz. Not bad. The difference in quality from my normal selection is very noticeable. The depth of fragrance, the fragrance qualities itself. It probably lasted a few spritzes I did. I did 2 on my chest neck area and then 1 after I put my shirt on. I was getting whiffs probably 5 to 6 hours or so, I think. But it's got that, it is an Aventus take, like I said. It's got that very classic, I've never used the actual Aventus, I've used clones, but except for this time, this sample that I got. It's got that upfront and very intense burst of like citrus pineapple. Probably for like, I don't know, 20 seconds at the most, and then it starts to dry down into more of a smoky, spicy, but it's got this nice base that's just like silky smooth. I mean, not in feeling, it felt really good going on, but I mean, talking in terms of scent, the only way I can describe it with my poor scent knowledge is like this silky, almost oily, not like engine oil or anything like that, but like high quality, I don't know, kind of like, it's gonna sound gross, it's almost like a body oil. Like, you know how some people, whether it's your significant other or something, they might not be wearing anything, but they just smell good. Like the body, like this scent of health, and the body oils, that natural body oils that they have, just smell healthy. It's not like pheromones or anything like that, but it's hard to describe. But it just has this base that's, all I can think of in describing it is just, it's smooth. But that was an enjoyable experience. I may, after another use or something, put one or both of those samples in the pass around box whenever it gets here. Just so people who haven't experienced it can experience it. As for me, that way may well be a once in a lifetime opportunity. I would never buy that for myself. I'd certainly consider if I had the cash at some point, but $300 fragrance is way out of my league for something like that. Yeah, I know I might eventually spend something like that on a brush or a razor, but the thought of spending that much on a consumable, as good as it is, I mean, if I just have the cash sitting there, maybe, but I don't have the cash sitting there. And so for a consumable product, it's just hard for me to imagine spending that much. But then again, I feel like if I did have it, it would be worth it. I might want the original a little bit more, but it's just a cool experience, and not everybody gets that. So I feel pretty blessed to have been able to receive that. A lot of the comments from the Facebook sign up are saying the same thing, kind of that Chad said, like, where's my fragrance from last time? I got the shipping notification, but I never received it. So I imagine a perfume house like Creed probably gets millions of requests for samples. So they kind of have to, they probably don't bother to make enough samples for everybody. They probably just kind of selectively choose somehow, or first come, first serve, something like that. All right, there's that. I'll be right back. There we go. Thanks for hanging out a quick second there. Just did my lather soak, cold water rinse, and some regular witch hazel. Now I've got my Thayer's, Nurse Dave. This one's for you, buddy. This is the medicated version. Nice pepperminty, bay rum kind of scent. This is probably the closest shave with the Hawk I've gotten from memory. But you saw how much I had to work for it. That last pass was like 5 minutes with the cleanup included. Okay. Myrsol Formula C. By the way, for those that are doubting, there's the Creed sample. Nice information. There's a sample. Not a personal signature. This is supposed to be a lighter, like I said, more unisex fragrance of Creed Aventus, so that anyone can wear it. I still consider it pretty manly. Not going to be wearing that today. Maybe I'll put the Zaharoff on later as we go out, just to try it again. Yeah, but that's that. That's my shave today. Hope you all are off to a great week. Happy 4th of July to those of you guys and ladies, if there are any are watching in the States. Hope you have a nice day off if you get it off and are able to celebrate with some fireworks or family time. Spend some time together and be grateful for the freedoms that we have. And as much as you might not like the politics that go around in the States, you can certainly be happy for your freedom and be grateful for where we are compared to many others. But anyway, enough of that. Have a great week. You can catch the rest of my shaves at www.theshavingcadre.com. Bingo is going to be starting in 8 days. I got my wacky little ghetto card here from Dave in Kentucky. That's okay. He said some excuse about not being able to separate cards and saving time. And whatever, Dave. Anyway, I'll see you guys later on the forums. Join us there. Visit us. Great group. We're doing a pass-around box. You can sign up for that if you've been a member and active for like 30 days, I think it is. Should be easy. It's going to take months to get around to everybody. So if you go and sign up now and be active, you could be a part of the pass-around box. The monkey John got it first. He only picked out one thing, at least that's all he's posted, but it was a very nice Penhaligon's English Fern soap. Non-tallow, but still unobtainium and very nicely scented, as you can be sure any Penhaligon's fragrance item is. But anyway, that's that. I'm out of here. I'm rambling again. There we go. I'm going to cut myself off. Take care. Have a good week. Bye.